There's a very special feeling when you finally get to open up that brand new Mario game and play it for the first time. But then there's a long wait for the next one, and normally it's around 5 years, and you wait and wait and wait, and finally you get in that time zone, that time period where you feel like it's any day now until the next big Mario game is going to be announced. Well, it is definitely that time. I mean, let's just take a look at this chart that Nintendo made officially. They separated the 3D Mario games based on how they play. The linear Mario chart has Mario Galaxy, Mario Galaxy 2, Mario 3D Land, and Mario 3D World. And I guess we can now include Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, even though Bowser's Fury doesn't really line up in this chart. And as far as open world sandbox style of 3D Mario, we have Mario 64 and then Mario Sunshine, and that was it until Super Mario Odyssey in 2017. And I guess we could throw Bowser's Fury on this line, or technically Bowser's Fury could actually be its own category altogether. We'll talk about that later on, but what's next for 3D Mario? It's about time that we hear something new, because Bowser's Fury, after all, was just an addition to what we have in Mario 3D World. We still need a next big 3D Mario game. But the question is, what route is Nintendo going to take? Are we going more linear 3D Mario like Galaxy and 3D World? Or more sandbox open exploration like Mario Odyssey? Or is there a third option like Bowser's Fury being more open world, if anything, for the Mario franchise? Well, let's kind of talk about each of them and where we could actually end up with this next big Mario game. But first, I would like to thank today's sponsor, HelloFresh. Get mouth-watering seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your front door with HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. HelloFresh helps you reach your goals, maintain your goals, and take control over your food choices with HelloFresh. Getting a home-cooked meal on the table every day is an accomplishment worth celebrating. Let HelloFresh help with 50 weekly menu and marketing items to choose from, so you can think less about what's for dinner and more about achieving your goals. Stay on track with simple recipes and fresh, pre-portioned ingredients that help limit meal prep time and cut back on the trips to the grocery store. Being a YouTuber means that finding time to shop for groceries or cook my meals is pretty difficult. Thanks to HelloFresh, it's one less thing that I actually have to worry about. HelloFresh also has more 5-star reviews than any other meal kit plan in the world, so you know you'll get something delicious. So if you're interested in getting your hands on one of these delicious meals, use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGNintendo16 for up to 16 free meals, plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus free shipping. Gifts include free appetizers, free desserts, and free premium recipes. So if you're looking to change your lifestyle for something more affordable and fresh, check out HelloFresh. All the links are in the description down below, and thank you so much to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Now let's start talking about more of the linear 3D Mario games. Is it a possibility that we could get another one within this category? I'm saying no, simply because of 3D World. 3D World comes out again with 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, and it is essentially a 3D World port, which they just threw out another one. So I don't think we're getting another one of those yet, but it's definitely possible, and if we do, I'm sorry, but I do think it could possibly be Mario Galaxy 3. Nintendo's doing a big thing of going back and, reviving different series that haven't had a game in a very long time. I mean, look, we're getting a Metroid Prime 4 and another Wii Sports in the form of Switch Sports. So there's definitely a possibility for Mario Galaxy 3 to come back because Nintendo knows how much fans love the game. And maybe this works as a reason as to why we haven't seen Mario Galaxy 2 and Nintendo hasn't really talked about it or even included it in 3D All-Stars. And maybe it could still come as an update later on. Imagine they're just announcing Mario Galaxy 3 and say, oh yeah, by the way, Mario Galaxy 2 is coming to Mario 3D All-Stars for free. That would be amazing, and getting people excited for Mario Galaxy all over again. That definitely could happen, and maybe that's why they waited. Next, we have to talk about what if this is a 3D sandbox style of Mario. This is very possible as well, and I think this is actually what's going to happen. Now, obviously, we've only had 3 games in this category, being Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Odyssey, with no sequels. Now, 64 did plan to have a sequel, actually, and I don't know if Sunshine did or not, but none of them happened regardless. And Mario Odyssey still hasn't received any type of Mario Odyssey 2 or even real game DLC to change the game or add kingdoms or anything. So I'm almost starting to think maybe Nintendo's just not going to do an Odyssey 2. Maybe they're going to move on with something else. It's just too hard to believe. You have a well-established character and mechanic in the game right now known as Cappy, where he has the ability to turn Mario into almost anything, objects and enemies alike, which can set up for some amazing things that Nintendo still has not even touched the brim with. There's so many potential enemies and characters and objects that Mario can still capture from the Mario universe that hasn't even been put in Odyssey yet. There's just so much room for growth, and I hope Nintendo just doesn't leave that on the table and then completely move on with a new Mario engine already, because Mario Odyssey still has so much. Even with world building, there's still so many places on the map and so many extra places that they can go have Mario visit, and I think it would be just a completely missed opportunity if Nintendo didn't either add DLC to the original Mario Odyssey or made a sequel. So Nintendo is working on another Sandbox style Mario game, and if I was a betting man, I would almost guarantee that this next game is in fact going to be Mario Odyssey 2. It's just taking a lot because they're probably adding a lot into this next game in a sequel. Now the next option I have here is something that excites me greatly, because I think Nintendo could move on to a third option for Mario, and it's one that I think they even tested the waters with already, being a full-scale open world Mario game. I know a lot of you guys are thinking, why does every game have to be open world, blah blah blah. I get it, it really doesn't have to, but if you played Bowser's Fury, it was pretty much an open world game. You had one central world that you ran around different islands collecting cat shines and just doing anything that you wanted at your own leisure, and this works perfect for Mario. I think most of the time when we think of open world, we just think of these giant vast landscapes where we can climb mountains and explore caves and dungeons, when it doesn't have to be everything like Breath of the Wild. I mean, this Bowser's Fury game mode really just showed us that Mario can work in a 3D space in an open world environment perfectly well, just going around collecting shines and just, experimenting with things, doing puzzles and doing mini tasks. Now imagine Bowser's Fury, but on a grander scale, one humongously giant map that Mario can traverse and go through all types of secret corridors and secret areas and find all types of shines. Like seriously, your main objective would simply be collect shines, and as you collect a certain amount, new places will open up, and pretty much to beat the game, maybe you need a set amount of suns or stars or whatever it is this time around in order for Mario to reach the final boss. That would be so cool. And the concept of Fury Bowser waking up and then just causing havoc all over the map at specific times is really cool, and maybe they could do things like that in a grand, bigger game. That would be really cool to have some type of set in-game timer where something awakens or something happens to the map or different alternate realities happen and change the way the gameplay works based on a specific area or some type of boss in that area. That would be so cool, and I think what Nintendo did with Bowser's Fury is really just a stepping stone into the direction that they want to take Mario. I don't think it just happened for no reason. I don't think it was just a quick little add-on that Nintendo put in there. I think there's a lot more to it. In fact, I think it was really just a test to see if Nintendo could make Mario work in an open world or not. They made a small little 2 to 3 hour adventure, and fans absolutely love it. I mean, I seriously see people comparing this to some of the greatest Mario games like 64 and even Mario Odyssey itself, saying that this could be the new wave for Mario. They love the open-endedness and being able to control the camera and everything the way you could in 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey, but this time it's not level segmented or world segmented or even mission based. This time you're pretty much doing anything and everything that you want to do at your own leisure. You're controlling your gameplay and you're controlling your story. In fact, maybe they're combining two separate things. Maybe they're going to have a big open world game this time, but also something kind of similar to Mario Odyssey 2. Maybe it is Mario Odyssey 2, but this time it's just one giant map that you can just walk around and explore without having to travel through a hub world. Maybe it's just a different version of Mario Odyssey and a more open-ended one that kind of feels like Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury was great, but my only problem and gripe with it was that it had too much similar controls to 3D World and not that tight precision and flexibility that Mario Odyssey allowed Mario to have. Now, if Nintendo can combine both of these games, being Mario Odyssey and Bowser's Fury, and, take the great things about both of them and combine them into one big game, this could be one of Nintendo's most massive games to date. But of course, it's just a waiting game now. I feel like we are definitely in that time period where any day now we could get a big announcement. Well, not really any day now, because we know this is probably not going to come into a big direct or possibly E3. But I would almost 100% expect something from Mario at E3 regarding the next big Mario game, whether it releases later this year or 2023. I think we're almost due to see this next Mario game. But of course, I leave it to you guys. What do you think about this? What are you most excited to see? I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say, where's 2D Mario? There's a whole separate discussion for 2D Mario as well. But I just wanted to focus on the 3D Marios right now, the ones that a lot of people really want to see as another big 3D Mario. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know which one you guys would want to see the most, and just give me your ideas down below. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all things Mario and all things Nintendo in general. And like always, I'll see you all on the next one. See ya, guys.